Hey guys, DJ Breaks here, back for another review, and today I have a Lego Marvel Spider-Man 2021 set. It is set number 76173. It is Spider-Man and Ghost Rider versus Carnage. It is recommended building ages is 7 up, and it is 212 pieces, and it retails in the United States for $20. So it is that pretty much standard $20 Marvel superhero set. But let's get into start unpacking this set and seeing how it stacks up, starting with the minifigures. So starting off the figures for the Ghost Rider set, I'm obviously starting with the Ghost Rider figure because it is the coolest part of the set. I never thought we'd actually get to see another Lego Ghost Rider considering the character's background, but we do get one in the set, and it is the Robbie Reyes version. So he is very different from the typical Johnny Blaze. He's got that Ghost Rider hairpiece there, which is all one piece, but it's dual molded, and the head is molded in a silver plastic, and it's got a little face printing to represent how Robbie's skull face looks in the comics. I do like it. It gets his look across, but I don't know. I think that there's something off about how Lego chose to translate that, because it doesn't really look like a Lego-fied version of his skull face, but that's perfectly fine. And then he's just got torso printing for his leather outfit that he wears, and then there's the back printing. I know a lot of people are kind of upset that his torso here has like the female lines to make him look thinner, which I don't mind because it's Robbie in his skeleton mode, so he would be thinner, so clothing would just kind of sit a little bit closer on him. But that does it for Robbie. So here's our new Spider-Man for the 2021 season. He improves in almost every way except for the legs, but getting into it, he comes with Power Blast pieces in white that we've been getting since the Homecoming sets to represent him shooting out a little quick burst of web. And if you don't know how those work, you just hold it down, you push on this, and it'll send the web piece flying. But looking at his arm, you can see a big change to Spider-Man figures is we now have arm printing. We finally, after all these years of having a Spider-Man figure, we have arm printing. And he has nice torso printing for the front and back, as well as the head. Both are new for 2021, and they look good. The most boring figure in the set for last, and I say that as not that it's a bad figure, it's just we've been getting the same Carnage since 2019, and he pretty much comes in at least one set a year for the past couple of years, and he just varies in what accessories he's given. This time he has this back adaptation that has a couple of dark red Exoforce arms and some of these red pieces to represent his tendrils here. And I'm going to take these, and with those tendrils removed, we can get a closer look at the torso and leg printing. It's very much his Ultimates design from the Ultimate Spider-Man comics. It does continue on the legs and toes there, but unlike the last Carnage figure we got in 2015, he does not have arm printing, but with that back attachment removed. You can see he's got some nice printing on the back of the head as well as on his back torso there. And so we're going to take a look at the main build of this set, and it is the Ghost Robbie Reyes's car. It is meant to be a 1969 Dodge Charger in the comics and whatnot, and I do think Lego did a good job representing it here. And as you can see, I don't have it in the default model, which is all flamed up. That is because Lego did a nice thing here, which is give some extra pieces to actually have the version of it not flamed up. But going over some of the design choices here, how this is built is pretty straightforward if you've ever built a Lego car before. Bumpers are by far the most interesting build, as you can see from the bottom here. It's pretty much built upside down and clamped in there using a variety of pieces, and that is for both the front and back bumpers to get those taillights set in there really nicely. And I did really enjoy learning a thing or two with that. You can take the top car roof off and it takes the windshield with it because it's all one piece, and you get a small little driver's seat in there, some semblance of a seat there, and then just a steering wheel, and you can put Ghost Rider in there, no problem. And he looks really good driving this car, and he does fit with his flamed up hairpiece, which is really nice that they took the time to do that. I do like that Lego used the stud shooters here for the engine block here, because that works for the play feature when it's all flamed up. But if you don't have the studs there, it kind of resembles the engine block that sticks out on a Dodge Challenger. But enough of talking about how it looks flamed up. Let's actually get it flamed up. So all you have to do is remove this piece here and that piece here, and the slip on the back, and fill in the studs, and I will get that. Like I said, you just take these 3 black cheese slopes off, and what they use is they use various pieces of the Power Effects superhero pieces to give that flame look, and I think it works out nicely. You do have the 2 power blasts here attached to the wheels here, and you can attach them to any of the 4 wheels, because that is a downside, is they don't give you enough to cover these sides of the wheels, so it only looks good from this angle, which is a detriment. Couple of flame pieces coming out of the exhaust tailpipe here to boost it up. You do have a nice use of a couple parts here, couple cones, couple clips to clip a couple of the flame pieces and energy effects here to make it look like these flames are coming out of this wheel well here. And then above all, you do have trans orange studs that got put into the stud shooters here that you can fire off one at a time or all 3. And it's a fun play feature, so I'm not knocking it. And even with this power blast here, these wheels still roll really well. So the extra pieces for the Ghost Rider set are pretty typical for what's included. You do get an extra stud trigger for the stud shooters. You get 3 extra studs, which are for in case you lose any, because We got the power effects pieces. We do have these 2 extra spiral ones which weren't used in the construction. Extra Technic pin, a couple extra slopes and tiles in black, a couple extra studs, but again fairly basic. So that's right. And for the Ghost Rider set, we have just one pretty sizable instruction booklet. There is one issue here on page 29 I want to draw attention to. These pieces right here, it's showing are in cool yellow, but if you look at previous page, they are supposed to be the bright yellow parts, and that threw me for a loop when I was building this set, because there are some cool yellow pieces in the set, and I thought I had done a step wrong, so just watch out for that. But another note is my instructions were shoved in the box, so not very happy with that. You do have 69 pages of building, and the back of the instructions here has a cross-sell for the other main line of Spider-Man sets, along with the advert for the Spider Layer here, which launches in March in the US. Back here has a part call out should you need it, and back of the instructions has the typical win with a pirate showing it off, but that does it for the instructions. Taking a look at the box of the Spider-Man Ghost Rider set, you can see it is the exact same styling of the box that we've gotten since the 2019 rebrand of the Marvel stuff, except for they changed it for this year to reflect the updated Spider-Man here. Top of the box with our actual size shows the Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider, and then the back of the box here just shows everything I've went over with the set, with that cool little feature of you can just have it as a normal car. Final verdict for the set, the build wise, it is a nice, quick, enjoyable build. It does have a couple interesting techniques. It does look relatively nice, a good representation of Ghost Rider's car for a small scale. It does have a few issues. As stated, I don't like the big raked up wheels to give it an over raked. I get why it's there for flamed up, corrupted mode, but in normal mode it just doesn't make it look all that nice. It gives it a little rake forward. And the other side, I don't like that they only include a couple of these just because you can only display it on one side there. Figure wise, value wise, I think it's a good get, because it's our second Ghost Rider, which I never thought we would get one Ghost Rider figure, let alone two, just because of because of what the character is and who he is. And I like that it's a different rider. I like that it's the current Ghost Rider of Robbie Reyes and his mythos. But it does have a few issues that hold it back. Quality wise, I had my issues as previously stated. I do think that this is another good entry into that $20 superhero set line, and I highly recommend picking this up if you have a Spider-Man fan, or if you want that Ghost Rider figure, or just in general. It is a good value. I fully recommend paying full price here. So all in all, this set gets a solid 8 out of 10 from me. So that does it for this review. Don't forget to comment what you think about this set in the comments below. Like this video so it can reach more fans. Subscribe and hit that bell so you actually be notified of when new videos hit my channel. And until next time, bye-bye.